Hey guys, it's your girl Fly Girl Ken. Thank you for joining me on the first episode of Kicking It with Kennedy. So today's topic is going to be about elevation. I chose this topic because I feel like it's relatable to not only college students, but it can relate to anybody, no matter what age you are. So in college, okay, we're in college maybe, let's say 4 years, give or take. College is like a business, right? So during these 4 years, you try to learn as much as you can. You experience many different things. You might bump your head a few times, but you're gonna get back up. You go through a couple phases, and you're learning, right? You're trying to prepare. You're trying to be prepared for life after college. Your future career, and you're trying to prepare yourself for the real world, right? So, one of the first things that happens when you come to college, you're trying to find yourself, okay? You're trying to find your niche. You're trying to find where you belong, where you fit in at, right? So, that relates to the people that you're around, your friend group. So your friend group, everybody has their own little clique, the people that they go to the games with, they hang out with every weekend, or you might take classes with them, or you see them in between classes, before or after classes. These are the people that you're constantly around. I can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you are around the right people. Okay, you have to be very selective with the people that you allow in your space, right? In your inner circle, in your little bubble. Okay, and what I mean by that is the people that you're around is gonna play a big part in how successful you are. So how that relates to elevation, okay, in college, like, everybody's thinking futuristically, right? We're thinking about our careers, our goals, our dreams. We want to do this. Like, you might fall in love. Oh, I want to marry him after college, or I want to take a trip to Dubai, or I want to be a doctor, a lawyer. Okay, so let me give y'all a scenario. So let's say it's a girl in college, she wants to be an attorney. Okay. She wants to be like a big attorney, you know what I'm saying? So she's a church girl. She loves to study. She loves to have fun, but her focus is being successful in her career. Okay, let's say she has a friend group that they don't like to study. They don't do their work. All they're focused on is when the next party is gonna be. They aren't religious. They don't do the whole religious thing. Okay, that's a problem because her goals are right here, and the people that she is around, they're hindering her. Okay, so when you think about elevation, you have to surround yourself with people that are going where you're going. Okay, everybody isn't going to go where you're going. Okay, we all have our own divine purpose in life that God chose. Okay, we all are going to go different routes. We're going to go in different directions, right? So if the people that you're around, if they're hindering you, you can't be around those people. Okay. Another scenario, let's say, okay, somebody that grew up in the hood, a guy. Let's say, the odds are stacked against him heavy. Like, he's about to fall into being a statistic. Let's say his mother is a drug addict, or his dad was a junkie too, like he was never around, or like they fell victim to the prison system. you know let's say that that's his situation. So let's say he grew up and he say, I want to be better in life. Yeah, my mama did this, my daddy did this. This is the environment that I grew up around. But let's say he says, I don't want to be a product of my environment, okay? I want to succeed in life. I want to beat the odds. I want to make it out of the hood. I want to be so successful in life that I can come back to my hood and give back and encourage other people to get out of the hood, okay? Let's say he wants to be a family man. You know, I want to get married and have a career. I want to travel. I want to have children with my wife, and I want to have a better life. I want better for myself and my future family. He can talk about it. He can tell people that's what he want to do. He can he can talk up a good game. But it still goes back to, what is he surrounding himself with? You can't say you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to beat the odds, but you're hanging around people from your hood who don't want to elevate. Let's say you're hanging around the people who have all your partners and stuff. They have this trap or die mentality. They say, we don't want to make it out the hood. Like, this is what we were born into. We don't want better. Okay, we want our family to grow up like this. We want to. This is where we're comfortable. There's no way that he can elevate if he stay in that environment, right? There's no way he can be successful. He could beat the odds if that's what he's around. If he's around them constantly and they're doing bad things, or they're always like getting in trouble, or like putting themselves in bad situations, okay, birds of a feather flock together, right? So you can say like, this is where I want to be, but if you're around people that's right here, you can go 10 steps forward, but they're always gonna drag you 10 steps back. Okay? Me, for example, I want to be a famous broadcaster one day. I want to work for a major network. That is always my dream, my passion. I want to be the face of CoverGirl one day, and I wouldn't mind playing in a movie, right? I'm a church girl. I love the Lord. I love studying my Bible. Now I can turn up, but I'm not a heavy partier, right? I just love to have fun. I have a big personality. So I have to hang around people who want the same things as me. I have to hang around people who don't want to just like mess around, like party, not do nothing with their life. Like, I have to be around people who have the same mindset. So what I want to tell y'all is, you have to be mindful of that. Okay, it's very important to be mindful of who you let around you, okay? Because when God has a certain plan for your life, you can't hang with everybody. You could be friends with people, you could be associates, hey, how you doing? But when it comes to the business, if they not about their business, you can't be around them. Right? And that's what I want to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? In life, is all about choices. And this is probably a very hard choice, because people might say, but I love them, but those are my friends, like that's all that I know. And that's okay. You can love them from a distance. You don't have to get rid of them. You don't have to turn your back on them. Okay? You can love them from a distance, and you can say, yeah, that's my friend. Y'all can still talk on the phone. Y'all can still play catch up. Y'all might can go out to eat every now and then. But as far as being around them to the point where you're consumed by what they have going on, is not healthy. And another thing, when you make the decision to separate yourself from the people that hinders you, some of them might have a problem with it. Like, oh, like you think you're better than me, like, oh, now you want this, and like you can't hang around me no more. Don't take it personal though, because they're not gonna be able to they're not gonna understand. They're not gonna be able to process why you're doing what you're doing. Because if you have all these big dreams and you have like a certain mentality, okay, their reaction is probably gonna be small-minded, okay? You can't be an open-minded person like, I want this in life, I want that in life. You want the best in life, and hang around small-minded people, because they're never gonna understand, because they grew up a certain way and you grew up a certain way. They're comfortable and they want to stay comfortable. You're trying to elevate, right? So you're gonna clash with them every time, because the more you try to move up, they're gonna always feel some type of way, or they're gonna always feel like, you know, you're leaving them behind. But that's not the case. The fact of the matter is, I love you to death. You're my friend, or you mean whoever they are to you, you mean the world to me, this and that. But this is where I'm trying to be in life. And they, you know what I'm saying? They might not understand, but you have to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Okay? Another scenario. If you're broke, I mean, just, you know, you grew up in poverty, you're broke, you always had to get it out the mud. You always had to try to find ways of how you're gonna buy this, buy that. You're less fortunate than a lot of people. But let's say you don't want to be broken, like nobody wants to be broke, but let's say like you want to be a millionaire one day. You know, you want to be rich. You want to go from rags to riches. You can't go around telling everybody, "Oh, I'm broke, I'm broke." You have to change the way you think. You have to manifest it. You can't stay around people. You can't stay around other broke people that want to stay broke. Right? If you're broke, all the people you're around are broke, but they don't want to do nothing about it, and you're trying to be a millionaire, it's not going to happen. You got to hang around people who are either already where you want to be or are trying to go where you want to be in order to grow. Okay? So if you're broke, hang around people who want the finer things in life, or the people who are already at that point. Because then they're going to push you to want to do better. They're going to help you grow. They're going to help you elevate. They're going to be a part of your success. Because it's like, oh, well, they did it, so I can do it too. Okay? Back to the hood scenario. You can't want a wife and kids, and you want to not be around like violence and poverty and just all like this darkness, like the dark clouds that hover over you. You can't want to break away from that, but not want to break away from the people that's holding you back and keeping you in that. And that's where a lot of people fall short. You know, we get to college, you know, we love these people, but yeah, my friends love to party and like they love to do this and do that, but like they're just so fun to be around, and that's okay. But y'all have to realize, you know, it's okay to put yourself first, put your goals first, and thrive in life. Because anyway, to be at a certain place in life is going to require sacrifice. And sometimes this is a necessary sacrifice, right? And it might hurt a little bit. It might be sad. You might not want to do it. You might not break away. You might not want to break away from some people, but you won't regret it. Right? Because ultimately, you'll be able to accomplish everything you want to accomplish. And like I said, like, you're leaving those people behind, but you're not leaving those people behind. You can still have a relationship, but that can't be your main focus, right? You can't change the people around you. So change the people around you. And I hope that didn't go over y'all's heads. Okay. You can't change if they're small-minded and you're thinking like at a higher level, you can't change the way they think. So you got to change your environment. You have to make the change because they can't do it. And they have to want to change for themselves. Right? So I just thought that I would share this with y'all because I feel like it's very important. And I feel like some people will make you feel bad for doing what's best for you. And you can't let that affect you, right? Because they just aren't going to understand. Everybody isn't going to understand. Okay. Everybody's not gonna, some people might think, oh, you switched up on me. Oh, like now, like you're big time, this and that, you forgot all about me. And it's no, that's not the case. Is that you didn't want better. You know what I'm saying? I made it to where I want to be. But you wanted to stay at the bottom. You didn't want to come up with me. So you can't be mad at me. I feel like this is a very important message. I really hope that y'all enjoy it, And I want y'all to remember, when you no longer around those people who have you in certain situations, that's when you see elevation. That's when you see elevation. That's when you make the mark. So I encourage everybody to evaluate the people that's around you. You got to ask yourself questions. Do the people around me have similar goals that I have? Do they want to be something in life? Okay. Are they hardworking? Are they uplifting? And this just doesn't go for friends. This goes for relationships too. Hello? If your girlfriend or boyfriend don't uplift you, if they're okay with how you are, it's a problem. And what I mean by that is, if I have a boyfriend, he shouldn't want me to accept him how he is. Don't take that the wrong way. He shouldn't want me to accept how he is. He should want me to help him become better, okay? Your friend, your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, they should bring out a better version in you, okay? They shouldn't hinder you. They shouldn't hold you back from your dreams and goals. They shouldn't make you settle. They should make you want to do better. They should be your ace boon coon. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it together. Right? And if those people you're in relationships with, if they don't do that, something gotta give. You have to change. Something has to change. Okay. So I hope I embedded that in y'all's head. And I hope that everybody understand where I'm coming from. Right? Thank you so much for listening. Remember, don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel like you're disappointing people. If anybody that you're around isn't helping you, praying with you, going in the same direction that you're going, you got to leave them where they're at. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you care about them, they have to realize it on their own. They have to want to change on their own. You can't do it. I hope y'all join me on the next episode of Kicking It with Kennedy. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Anybody that you think should hear this message or would like it, please send it to them. Tell your mama, your uncle, your cousin, and anybody else you can think of. Follow my Instagram at Kennedy, that's KENNEDII_Coop, COOP. Follow my Twitter at Kennedy Alexandra Cooper. Follow my Snapchat at model_bound14. And I can't wait to see y'all next time. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all.